Hello guys, in this video we are going to be modeling this laser cut vase. I'm going to show you how to model it easy in SolidWorks, and in the end of the video I'm going to show you how to export it into a DXF file ready to be laser cut. So make sure you stick with me till the end. Let's get started. I'm going to open a new SolidWorks file. On the front plane I'm going to draw a sketch. Let's draw some construction lines like this. I need to give them some dimensions. This one could be 55, this line 60, this line 150. Then I'm going to draw a style spline like this. I'm going to give this dimension 55. This one also 55. I'm gonna move it like that, make this angle 75, this angle 125, and I'm going to draw some lines like this, and this dimension can be 35. Now I need to draw the intersecting part, or the fingers, which are going to be used to mesh the two parts together. So in this case I'm going to use a 3mm thick plywood. If you're going to use different thickness, you can change this value. I'm going to trim this edge, and I'm going to take an offset from this outer edge, 10mm, and make it construction geometry. And I'm going to choose to intersect this point with a line, and this dimension I'm going to make it 5. What's the problem? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's make it 7. Again, I'm gonna make a rectangle with a width of 3mm, and it can intersect this point, and trim this part. I'm gonna make this 55, and the last one could be 3mm thick, and intersecting this point, and trim this and make this edge from here 110. Okay, now that we're finished, we're going to exit the sketch and extrude boss, make it a mid plane, and also choose the thickness 3mm. Now we have our first part. Now I'm going to bring the sketch here and show the sketch, because I'm going to go to the front plane again and draw a new sketch, and I need to convert entities for all these edges, and also the center line, and also this edge. Okay, now I can hide the sketch, and I can extend this edge here by going to power trim and selecting, leaving the mouse button, and I can move it wherever I want. That's easier than to go from trim to extend. Power trim can do both of them together. Okay, I'm going to choose this edge, make an offset of 1mm to the inside, and I'm going to make it construction geometry. Now go to the power trim and extend this line up until here. Then I'm going to also extend this part up to here, draw a vertical line, and then I'm going to trim those two edges. Again, go to power trim, click and release the mouse button until you go to this intersection point. Again, here up to this intersection point. Then I'm going to draw a line, vertical line. Then I'm going to trim the excess. Again, trim up to here, trim up to here. Now I'm going to draw a vertical line and trim those. Now I just need to delete the excess parts here, here, and here. Now we have fully closed surfaces. I'm going to make this one a construction geometry, and the only difference is that here I'm going to remove the collinear relationship and drag this one up to here and make it collinear with the center line. Okay, now I'm going to exit the sketch and revolve boss and uncheck the merge result. I don't want them to be one body, I want them to be separate. Okay, you can see we made 3 bodies and we have our original body, which makes them 4. And if I go to the hidden lines, you see that there is an intersection between this one and that one. We don't want that. We want the fingers to be on the opposite side. So I'm going to use the use the intersect feature to combine those 4 bodies in one order. But I need to make a copy of that first. So let's go to move and copy bodies. If you cannot find it, you can search from the orders menu here. You can check it and just click it and click this one and choose copy. Make sure the copy is checked and choose one and just hit OK without any translation. If you see this warning, you just click OK, and then it's created another body on top of the main body. Let's hide the main body and let's go to combine and subtract and no, not combine, sorry. I'm going to intersect, because if I use the combine and subtract, I need to make 3 copies of this one for each of those 3 rounded figures. So I'm just gonna use intersect and choose all of them at once, and I'm gonna choose create both and intersect. And now it's gonna ask me which regions to exclude. I need to choose the region between those 2, but I cannot see it. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to choose all of these just to hide them, so I can choose those 3 intersecting regions. These are the regions I want to remove. And also I want to remove the big one. I don't need it anymore. Then I'm going to switch the preview options here. I have 3 options, either to show the included, which is it. In this case, I removed everything. And there is an option to show the excluded, which is also everything. I'm going to choose it so I can exclude those 3 parts. I just want to remove this and that, this and that, this and that. Okay, and I'm going to hit OK. Now it has created those 3 cuts in one order instead of going to combine and subtract and do it in 3 orders. That would save us a lot of time. Now I can show the original part again. You can see that these 2 objects are not intersecting anymore. See? Okay. Now there is an option to trim this each of these rounded features and make a circular cut, but I prefer to go back to the revolve option and edit it. And instead of 360, I'm going to go mid-plane and choose 18, I'm sorry, because I'm going to repeat it 20 times around the axis. Okay. Now it has just, if I see from the top, it just created a slice for me. Instead of me cutting it and repeating it, it has done it for me. Okay. Now I need to define the center axis in order to create a circular pattern. I'm going to choose the top plane and hit Control and choose the origin. Now I'm going to go to reference geometry, choose the axis. Now it has detected the front plane and the origin and created a center line for me. I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to circular pattern, choose the axis, and then go to bodies. And I'm going to choose those 3 bodies. I'm not going to choose this one yet. I'm going to show you why. But before I click OK, I just need to save the part and put some material on it, because I don't want to repeat myself every time. Let's save it. Okay, let's give some fillets here, maybe 3 millimeters on this edge. All those, no, not all of these. I just need this edge, and the bottom 2 edges. Okay, and I'm going to give it a nice wooden material, maybe beech for this face here. And I'm going to copy the appearance and put it here as well. And also I'm going to, I want it to be on the other faces. I'm going to select this face top and bottom, and this face top and bottom while hitting shift, of course. And then I'm going to paste the appearance here. And for the thickness, since it's laser cut, these thicknesses will be darker than the surface here, because the laser cut is actually burning the wood material to cut it. So let's choose a darker color, maybe this mahogany, for example, for the thickness. Yep, looks good. I'm going to copy the appearance, then I'll select tangency and right click, paste appearance. Now I'm going to choose those individual faces while hitting shift, and those faces too. Oops, not this one. And now paste. Now everything is defined, which is perfect. Now let's go create the circular pattern. Choose the center line. Then for the bodies, I'm going to choose those 3 bodies. Okay, let's hide this one for now. And I need to combine those bodies first. Okay, combine those. Okay, and finally combine those. Okay, now let's go back and show this one and make another circular pattern. Around this center, I'm choosing those bodies while hitting 20. Okay, now our 3D model is done. Now we are going to export the DXF files for laser cutting. So the way to do this is I'm going to click on the flat face, which is going to be the face for the cutting face, and I'm going to right click and go to export to DXF/DWG, and let's name it 1, for example, and hit save. And in this menu I'm going to select faces, and I'm going to leave this current face and click OK. Now it's opening a preview. I'm going to hit save. It has saved it for me. Let's repeat the steps for the other faces as well. Let's name it 2, for example. Okay, save, right click, export, 3, save. Okay, and save the preview. Right click, export, name it 4. Okay, save. Now I have saved all of them. We can open any vector editing program like Adobe Illustrator, for example, and combine them into one drawing like this. I can repeat this one 20 times, and for this I just need only 1. And then I can export this file again into one DXF drawing, and it could be sent to the laser cutting. And then I can easily assemble them into the beautiful shape I just showed you right now. That's it, guys, for today. If you like our video, please like and subscribe to our channel so you will get notified about our next videos. Until then, see you soon and happy designing.